just detected a very... Look at the Reds have gone 1 over. Well, that was a bit of an edgy one.
Foul. And a miss.
What did Robertson do?
One.
I wonder, can
Seven.
he reproduce that form that he did against Ali Carter, because he was awesome, John.
Was how accurate it was. Cue ball under control, but everything went into the centre of the pocket. I mean, he made a 100 break in the first frame.
$13.
Yes, he played a match in the United Kingdom Championship late last year, and he was no time he was 5-0 behind. It was a great effort to get to 5-all, but he got done in that final frame decider. So
oh, look at this.
Robertson, 28.
No, no, no. It was close.
Nine.
Lovely when that happens, and no reason why he shouldn't take the opening frame now.
and he'd be pretty determined not to miss this second.
17.
Выбирай черный.
25.
Лишним очком.
Very, very determined as he walked into the arena. He got it.
32.
That's the frames. You're looking at a player here.
Just to completely finish the frame off. But that'll do it. What a shot.
40.
Probably the best potter we've ever had in the game.
Take all the balls and keep him there in his chair cold. You can be pretty
48.
sure that's what Neil Robertson's thinking about. Yeah, not quite.
Второй черный.
Make the century. Look at that, right in the middle of the pocket that blue went.
62.
You'll have to take a black with the final red. And he's doing what all great champions do, John, a number of times.
Yes, and I think it's even more important with the man he's playing
68.
against. If you play against Ronnie O'Sullivan, you need to have a good start.
Yeah, in fact, he was able to take a blue because he's now on 73. If he clears the black off that final red.
75.
Well, aside for that, the rest of it, just like he played the other night. All
78.
balls into the centre of the pockets and pretty much flawless. Great start.
82.
We've had 23 centuries. Neil's had
87.
3. Well, you can hear a pin
93.
drop in the Alexander Palace at the...
What a start from the Australian. Ronnie had one chance
ran out of position, but the century, and he leads 1-0. Hoping to cover that red. Has his judgment here. That looks very good. Well, I said looks.
One. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
Colours. Judged it well, and the frame back to normal. There's no easy safety shot. The one in the middle of the bunch. He did go for it.
One.
Now this is a terrific chance for
Choices. And this is where O'Sullivan is at his absolute best.
9.
But you're looking at the greatest. Well, you have to say now. Overtook the great Stephen Hendry's record of 775 centuries. And this year
60.
trying to equal that 6 Masters that Stephen Hendry has won.
Only immediately trying to get onto this red.
23.
And these really are lovely, the next 4 or 5 reds anyway.
The table has played beautifully all week after the match last night, but it looks
31.
just as good as the previous cloth. I know Stephen Maguire was singing the praises of the table played on this season.
39.
Yes, I know Pete Godwin measured it all out again, make sure there was no roll-offs and what have you. Meanwhile, when he gets an angle
47.
on the black here, generally you'd want to play this and play a cannon up into the pack and stay on.
We're hoping for both players
55.
to play at the top of their form. Ronnie just making sure of the frame before he goes into the. He only needs the black,
63.
but he's got the perfect angle to open them up.
I need to screw this. Oh, you need to pop the black.
Well, that is,
One.
twice across the table or just drop it in. You see, he doesn't have to take that red immediately, but he can only take another.
He must be happy he can get round the back of this without moving it. No, that's a player cannon, so.
$60.
Yeah, he's a new favourite for the second frame.
Kicking himself in that chair if he loses this frame.
24.
Black off the spot. That's all he needed.
Absolutely perfect.
32.
I know it's the best of 11. It could be. Well, they're there for the taking now.
41.
Yes, he's not the world #1 by chance. He should do. It's nicking the ones you shouldn't. That's what wins you
44.
matches and tournaments. And he knows the importance of this.
48. $53.
And once again, this clearance has been immaculate.
59.
What a clearance from the Australian. 2-0. Well, what a frame of snooker that was, John. I mean, Ronnie, he thought the frame was over.
But that kind of shot would have been tough. And that's the beauty of Ronnie gets
Delayed reaction. Comes from Q power.
9.